Hello, BlackBirdOfOsaka here to review Grid 2, better known as Race Driver Grid 2 in Japan. It's a game by Codemasters that was released in 2013. I'm just going to give an overview and just show a race in the background. I'm going to do a career event. Okay, to start with, this is the first race in the game after the tutorial we'll be doing.
In race events, the aim is to cross the finish line ahead of your competitors. You're going to need all of your driving skill to make your way through the pack and bring home the win.
So I just late spoke there. Okay, to start with, I am using an Xbox 360 controller for this. I've tried it with a keyboard before, and yes, it's really well controlling for a keyboard when it comes to a driving game. And the wheel works as well. When you set up a wheel, it actually uses full 900 degrees, which I've had some issues setting up with other games. So I think Grid 2 may just be one of the best optimised games when it comes to a wheel, though it isn't suiting due to its arcadey handling. I've noticed it might not be well optimised for recording with, because right now we keep getting a lot of drops in frames. And right. So right now we're in a Ford Mustang.
New Union is one of the best known racing clubs in the US. Finish in the top 3 to get their attention.
Okay. Ah, there we go, we've got our frames back. Okay, so the handling is very arcadey, as I said before. It's very responsive as well. You've got none of the stupid nitrous or any of that like other arcade games have, though. It's still an old-fashioned racing game. Think more back to the PS2 era, like Gran Turismo 2 handling, you could even call it. Right now, this Ford Mustang, if you don't know your cars, well, this one, there's a lot of power in it and a bit more slidey, so all the cars on this game seem to be very drifty, even the front wheel drive ones. But I do know there are mods to change the handling. There's even a multiplayer mode on this which actually lets you modify and tune your car a bit more, which I have got a few levels on, and there's quite a lot you can do with it. Oh, here's another thing, the damage on the game. As you can see, there is visual damage, and I have turned off the actual damage to your engine and chassis. So, because it's kind of one of those things, I can't concentrate driving while talking for the review. So the first races are just basic sprints, as you can see. Later on you can get endurance races, and there's quite a big list of cars on this game. It ranges from, like here, the Mustang, you can get Nissan Skyline, there's even a Koenigsegg, back mono, a Real Atom. So here we are. We've just completed our first race, and we get to choose between a Nissan Silvia and a 300ZX. So let's go for a 300ZX. We've just got it. So when you do the campaign, it kind of forces you to have all these sponsors and that. Oh, you have to have them. We'll just throw, I don't know, Motol. I like energy drinks, so no fear, and let's just go for, I don't know, Wolf Race. Done. So it's one of the sort of games, it is Codemasters, so they've got a lot of money for the budget. So as you can see, all the sponsors are very heavily thrown onto the game. Okay, let's just do a quick custom event. I will show you, when I say you can go all different cars. Toge, I know that's good. We're going Tier 4, Track, Hong Kong, Peak Road Descent, Actually, is there any short? The magazine gap, 2.6 mile run. Done. It tries to blend the elements of having a sim and an arcade game, but it doesn't hit. I mean, Grid 1 was really arcadey, but it did it well. It still kept a few sim elements, like the 24-hour Le Mans on it, and they did 24 minutes. And then on the other hand, the newer release, Grid Autosport, which I haven't bothered picking up, is supposedly a lot more of a simulator. But after seeing a few reviews of other people myself, it doesn't seem very appealing. Oh, when it comes to the camera views, there is no cockpit view. That's what caused up a stir when this game first released, because the first Grid did have a cockpit view. Grid Autosport brought it back, but as well as that, there's a few comparison videos online, and if you see, they've really just blurred out the whole thing and not bothered doing any of the textures. Alright, so this is the top tier class of cars, and I'm actually struggling to control this right now. So, the Toge's one of my favourite racing mods. The whole point is to either get a 5-second difference ahead of them, or if you're 5 seconds behind you lose, or whoever gets to the finish first. Even though I've only shown the mountain tracks right now, there is a bunch of racing tracks. I don't think they have kept Le Mans on this one. I think they lost the rights to have it and then released it as a DLC, which I'm not sure actually. I'll find out after I've finished recording, and I will put it in the description. So, I forgot about that. Yeah, on Toge you get disqualified for hitting. So there's a quick overview of the game. The handling is very arcadey, and quite a lot of the cars drift, but as a game it is really fun. Alright, I've chosen another row-wheel drive car again, so I should be expecting for it to drift. As you can see, I'm on the highest settings right now, and it does look good as well. So if you're somebody who loves to have a great looking game, this one definitely presents itself well as well. So there, as you can see, I literally just tapped the brake, then hit the accelerator, and it just went into a massive slide. Drifting is still in, but it's not as well done. The handling doesn't suit the drifting on the mod. It counts the points in kind of an odd feeling way. It just doesn't seem to work as well. I just got another spike lag there. So that's Grid 2. Would I recommend getting it? If you haven't got any other arcade games, then Grid 2 is a nice choice to have. And how much is it worth, would I say? About, for the base game, about £10 is quite fair. And with the DLC, you do get a nice bit of content. You get a few cars in all the packs. You get drift cars in it. There's even a performance set of cars as well, which, if here, no, you get the Aston Martin, the Mercedes SLR, McLaren. I'm pretty sure that car I was driving there was one of the DLC ones. So as I said, there's a nice range of cars, and these are only the DLC ones here. So there you can get a Ford Sierra and a Nissan Skyline, all the way up to what the Australian racing series with the Utes, is it said? The V8 Superstars set. Does look quite nice. So Grid 2 will give you a range of stuff. I mean, you can go from your normal track racing, you've got Toge, drifting, quite a few different disciplines. I mean, there's even a free DLC which adds Demolition Derby to the mix, and there is an IndyCar DLC as well. So, oh, I forgot to say, with the DLC, I'd say it's worth 15. 20 may just be a bit too much. But would I recommend Grid 2? Yes. Not as Grid 1 was a good game, and Grid 2 somewhat did the first one justice. It's just the handling takes a bit of time to get used to. So yep, I will get back to playing a bit more of this, and actually keep your eyes out because I shall be posting a new video soon. I'm working on doing a montage style again on Payday 2, so keep your eye out for that. And Blackbird disconnecting.